Most people don't audit their environment, which can be one of the critical factors that stop them from growing at the level that they want to grow at. Hey, driven mofos, welcome back to another episode of The Underestimated Entrepreneur. For all of those out there who don't know who I am, I'm Michael Mojo. I'm the founder of Mojo Human Performance Institute, where we focus on mindset, business, and lifestyle hacking for driven mofos. And the reason why I do these episodes is that most people waste their life, and I just don't want you to be one of them. So let's talk about editing or auditing your environment. Editing, auditing, same but different. So we want to take time and really audit around about every 90 days our environment. So you need to stop for at least a day and grab a pen and paper and write down things like, what do I need to do more of? What do I need to do less of? What do I need to start doing? What do I need to stop doing? Also start looking at your environment, the people that you're hanging out with, the people that you're spending time with, your environment at work, your environment at home, and start to look at what do I need to remove out of that environment and what do I need to add into that environment. Just by doing a little audit around about every 90 days. And this is also the reason why in our Business Growth Odyssey event or mastermind, I guess you could say, which is a 1-year program for business owners that want to create operational freedom in their business, what we do is we catch up about every 90 days. So we have people flying from all around the country, and they all come in around every 90 days, where I bring in guest speakers who aren't professional speakers like a lot of other masterminds out there. What we do is I bring in people who have done wild things in business, and we get to spend time with them and talk to them about why they've done what they've done, how they've done it, and so on, and essentially pick their brains to find out how they have got to the level that they've gotten, and also help us to grow our businesses and so on. But the reason why we do it around every 90 days is because it removes people from their environment. It also allows them to have a bit of a reset. And I think that if you're not part of something like our Business Growth Odyssey, and you are a driven person either in your career or in your business or just in life in general, that you need to remove yourself from your environment around about every 90 days and do an audit, which is only really 4 times a year. And it's just enough to really make you rethink or to have a bit of a look around and become more self-aware around what's stopping you from getting to the next level. And also what you need to do to keep moving to that next level. So like I said before, I'll say it again. It's what do I need to start doing? What do I need to stop doing? What do I need to do less of? What do I need to do more of? What do I need to remove from my environment? And what do I need to add into my environment? And just by looking and asking those questions and spending a little bit of time away from your current environment where there's not a lot of chaos and, the momentum's not there, it will help you to really assess whether you're on track or off track, and also what will help you to move forward in the next 90 days. Now, try not to add in too much, try not to take away too much, but just start removing certain things. So I would say don't do what I've heard from most personal development events where they go, you know what, just cut off your networks and just, fuck all your old friends and screw them. Like if they're not driven, then just cut them off. I don't recommend doing that. Some of my very close friends still are friends that I've seen, that I've had for years. I just don't spend a lot of time with them like I used to. I'd go to the pub every night after work with them. Whereas now I might catch up with them every couple of months or every 6 months. Some of them I choose to catch up with every year. Now, it's not that they're bad people. It's not that at all. It's just that they're not heading in the same direction that I'm heading. They're good people. I don't mind hanging out with them every now and again. I guess we catch up on some similar values that we have, but we also have a lot of differences as well. Many of them aren't business owners and I'm a business owner, so I like to talk about business. Many of them have families and I don't have a family. Well, I do have a family, but not children or anything like that. So just our lifestyles are different. So I don't recommend going out there and judging everybody and being an absolute prick and saying, these people are shit and, I'm great. Because when you do that, you're essentially pedestaling yourself. What I would recommend is that if people aren't headed in the same direction, you just need to give them a bit more space. And you'll have some of those old friends that'll want to catch up every week, maybe a couple of times a week, and they'll want to hang out and all those sort of things. If they're not people who are helping you on your journey, they may be hindering you on your journey. So you've just got to create a little bit of space. But like I said, it's not that they're bad people or anything like that. So don't be one of those personal development dicks that go out there and just think that, all my old friends are absolute wankers and they're trash bags and, act like that, because I don't think that it helps you. I don't think that it helps them. And also it's going to come back and bite you in the ass eventually because, we all need help at some stage. And sometimes those who have been around us won't just help us on our business journey or on our lifestyle journey. They might help us on our emotional journey as well because they've been there for a long, long time. So you want to keep them around, but you might just have to distance yourself a little bit more. The same thing can happen at work as well. If other colleagues are there and they're not as driven as what you are, and you might feel like they're holding you back, maybe just distance yourself a little bit from them. And maybe you might have to be the leader and lead them or drive them a little bit more or learn how to communicate more effectively with them. There's always a way of getting through to people. Now, sometimes you might have to learn communication skills like framing. I go into this at our leadership event. We've got a leadership and communication event called Triumph. What I found was that normally when people come to our Thrive Time event, which is essentially building your success map for life and learning the skills that you'll need to not only tap into your mindset, but also to master your psychology so that you can keep performing at your peak and staying on track. Because what I found is most people lack one of three pillars in life. They either lack fulfillment, they lack direction and clarity, or they lack drive. Now, when you put those three pillars together, you make an absolute weapon of a human being who's going to achieve a lot in life. And what I've found, even after working with people who are in the rich list and people who have made hundreds of millions of dollars, is that they can still fall prey to one of those traps. Some of them are extremely driven and extremely clear with what they want, but extremely unfulfilled. And that can have a massive impact. But what I found is that when someone's really, really clear, they're achieving a lot, they've got their fulfillment and they're pushing hard in life, the next big issue that happens is that they normally lack the communication skills, the understanding of how to lead others. And so that can create a massive impact in their life. And that's why we get a lot of people in leadership positions or a lot of people who want to be in leadership positions. You know, they might want to lead their family. They might want to lead their friends. They might want to lead people in their career. They might want to learn better communication skills because communication leads to things like negotiation, deal making, better relationships, better friendships. All of those sort of things happen because of leadership and influence and communication. And so that whole course there is after people come do Thrive Time, they have that opportunity to come do that course as well. The reason why I mention that is because in there's a lot of tools like framing that if you've got people around you who aren't on the same journey as you, who are impacting your journey, and you don't have a choice, you've got to work with them either in your career, or it might be that, you know, as part of business, you've got to deal with them as well. You need to learn better communication and influence tools so that you can influence them more effectively, communicate with them more effectively, and get them on your side so that you can lead them. When you do that, it helps you to become so much better and so much more effective and efficient in life. So that's why our events are set up that way. You know, we've got one about building your life out so that you can be the most successful and fulfilled and get the clarity and all that in our Thrive Time event. Then the second stage of our programs or our pillars is that there's the leadership, influence, and communication course called Triumph. And then there is obviously our business growth Odyssey program as well for business owners. And that's a 12-month program where we help business owners create operational freedom. But they're set up that way for a very specific reason because they normally help people overcome challenges and obstacles along their way. But this episode was really about making sure that you do a proper audit in your life so that you can live the life that you want to do. And if you're not spending time at something like our Business Growth Odyssey or somewhere else where you're learning or removing yourself from your environment about every 90 days, then I highly recommend that you put it into your schedule. Tonight when you get home or today when you get to work or whenever you're listening to this podcast, please just go and grab your calendar or your diary, look 90 days ahead, and then just book it in. Or you might want to naturally do it every quarter. So you might start from January and start booking that in. You may do it, we've still got, a bit more of the year left. You might do it in a month or so and just put it in. And it's only one day. All you need is one day. That's the bare minimum. And just remove yourself from your environment. So you might go and sit at a cafe for a whole day. You might go away for the weekend. Like, I don't know, you might just go away, book a hotel room somewhere if you can, or, go to a little holiday house or go camping or something like that, and just grab a pen, paper, maybe a journal or something like that, and just write down those things that I went through earlier. What do I need to do more of? What do I need to do less of? What do I need to start doing? What do I need to stop doing? What do I need to remove from my environment? And what do I need to put into my environment? Or something along those lines. And really do a proper audit of your own life. It will make a massive difference. I guarantee you in 12 to 24 months, your life will start to look completely different, especially if you're someone who's not getting the results you want right now. It'll make a massive difference. Anyway, Driven Mofos, I hope this helps. Please, if you haven't already done so, just tell one person this week about this podcast. Please share it with someone or just hop on your socials and share it on one of your social media pages. You can just screenshot it, add the link in there, or just share it across off of any of the social media platforms. It makes a massive difference. Our numbers keep increasing every week. This community keeps growing. And the great thing about that is that the more people that are in this community as well, the more people we're all helping to get this information out to others as well. I know there are a lot of business owners out there right now who are struggling, and I also know there are a lot of people out there right now who are struggling financially as interest rates go up. We've got inflation on the rise. There's a whole bunch of shit that's going on in the world right now, and I want to be able to help more driven people to stay driven, because it's driven people that change the world. Lazy people don't. driven people do. So if you're listening to this, I guarantee you're a driven mofo, but please, I want to help get this out to more driven people so that we can keep achieving and keep doing great things, because it's great people that change the world. It's also great people who inspire others. It's also great people who inspire our youth to do great things. And if it wasn't for the great people out there that I looked up to when I was younger growing up, I would probably be a piece of shit in jail somewhere, or I don't know, I probably would have given up on life, to be honest, right now. So that's why I'm so dedicated to helping people that are driven, because I know that sometimes you can feel like you're completely unsupported. And I want to get this information out there because there's not a lot of information helping driven people to stay driven and to stay on top of things. Although there is a lot of information out there, I just don't think that it's always suited for people that are extremely driven. Anyway, driven mofos, have a great day. If you can tell one person about this podcast in the next week, it would make a massive difference to not only my life, but also to the community as well. Anyway, stay driven mofos. Have a great day. And I look forward to seeing you back here on the next episode of The Underestimated Entrepreneur.